Okay, so in the main tutorial, you learnt how to put a track together and to manipulate some basic sounds using MIDI mappings controlled with the mimugloves in Glover. There are some features that we didn't cover, so if you're curious about those, you're in the right place. So let's begin with this over here. We tried Note Matrix. What we didn't try was Chord Machine. So it functions very similar to the Note Matrix. You click a section and you put your chords in. So, and it will tell you what it is. So I just did C major. So now, the only thing I need to do to trigger this chord is just tell Glover what move I want to do. So let's try fist, and let's make the direction forwards. So now, when I make a fist in the forward direction, we should get the chord. If it doesn't work, all you need to do is just recalibrate. So you just check on your orientation. So it's definitely saying that I'm going forwards. Excellent. All right, so let's go back to it. So now when I try it, you can see I'm getting a C major chord from making my fist forward. Yeah. I've programmed a whole bunch of other chords, so you can see them all here. So I'll control them all. Now I've done these with the puppet hand, so it'll be slightly different, but if I move my puppet hand up, down, okay, the next thing I'd like to talk about is the lights on the gloves, which you may have noticed. Now, you can change the light on the glove to anything you want just by clicking on the colored circle there, and then you can just pick anything you want and it will change the glove light to the corresponding color. I have put in an output here, just a regular output, and then I dragged over, instead of dragging a MIDI message, I dragged device feedback. So basically, the reason I did that is because if I can't see my screen for whatever reason, and it's very possible that when you're performing on stage, you won't be able to be looking directly at your laptop screen, this is an indicator to tell you which scene you're in. So it's quite important in that sense. So you can know where you are, or you can have a message for yourself. So I've put them on both the channels, or both the scenes that we're using. So if I switch the scene now, I switch with my left hand flick. In the next scene, you'll see that the light on my right hand has gone purple. So scene 1 is green, scene 2 is purple. And that's a really good way to know that the message has indeed gone through, and that I'm definitely in the scene that I think I'm in, if I'm not staring at the screen while I'm doing it. Now, let's just have a closer look at it. So as I mentioned, it's an output. Device feedback, you do drag it in twice, once for left and right. In fact, I'll just delete them and I'll do it again. So, yep, let's check that. So you can see that's an empty mapping input at the moment. Device feedback. You put 2 in. The device is mimugloves left. The output is, now I chose solid colors, but you could choose a fade or a flash or a blink. So these might be good if you can't, if you're in a serious dance routine and you can't even properly glance down, you might be able to see the flashing light in your peripheral. You've got a gradient as well. Or if you don't want to telegraph it at all, if you just want to feel it, there's a vibration. You can actually set it to vibrate as well. So let's just keep it solid for the time being. I'm going to make this a nice dark blue, maybe a bit lighter than that. And I'll put the right in. I'll make it solid again, and we can make that yellow. Great. So I've got my colors in there now. This is for scene 2. You need to click initialize. There you go. Now it's initialized. You can see the eye there. That gives you the signal. So at the moment, it hasn't changed. But if I switch back to scene 1, I've got my green and my blue. And then I switch to scene 2. It's now blue and yellow. You can see how it's changed. Yep. Just another word about the initializer. So we used it to automatically trigger the lights when we switch the scenes. We can use it pretty much with anything. So if there's a particular sample you want to play just immediately as soon as you scene switch, you can click initializer and that will trigger the sample for you.